What's going on, everyone? I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you guys for tuning into the channel, and good morning to those who live in the States. I just woke up not too long ago, got my cup of coffee, and I figured I would do a quick little recap for NXT's In Your House pay-per-view that was on Saturday, and for WWE's Hell in the Cell 2022, which was last night on the network or on pay-per-view. I gotta say, these shows were both they weren't like your shows that are like WrestleMania or Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, SummerSlam. It's not the or even Money in the Bank. It's not these big pay-per-views that exciting matches happen, surprise returns, things like that. There was none of that, um, which I think was really nice. It was just a simple show. It got people to watch. It was entertaining, and they didn't need anything too out of the ordinary, nothing over the top, which I really like. Um, so NXT, their In Your House pay-per-view, I thought was great. It was a very entertaining show. Each match, I think, I don't know what they did before the show started, but I feel like everybody did so well. Um, the chemistry between some of the stars and some of these matches were really good, but all in all, I think each match was pretty entertaining. It didn't seem like there was a dull moment in these matches. So Pretty Dead, the Creed Brothers versus Pretty Deadly was a really good match. But the Creed Brothers finally were able to pick up the win and are the NXT Tag Team Champions. Not only that, but they get to stay in Diamond Mine because the whole stipulation was if they lost, they would be out of Diamond Mine, which I don't know what WWE plans to do with that. I don't know what they're doing with that. It just seems to be all over the place. Um, we have the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship, Toxic Attraction versus Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. That was a really good match. I'm not gonna lie, I really was entertained by this. Katana Chance and Kaden Carter had some really great tag team moves that I would love to see in the 2K video game series. But unfortunately, they could not pick up the win, and Toxic Attraction ended up retaining. The Legado del Fantasma versus the Family was an entertaining match. A lot of great back and forths. Right at the end, Santos was given brass knuckles, which he used, but in the end, Tony D'Angelo was able to use a crowbar and eventually ended up causing Legado del Fantasma to lose. So now they have to be part of the family, which is going to be interesting to see, the aftermath to this and see what happens on NXT. I don't think it's going to last very long. I feel like it's going to lead to another match where Legado del Fantasma ends up getting their freedom from the family. But all in all, it was a really good match. The NXT Women's Championship, Mandy Rose versus Wendy Chu, was really entertaining. But I'm really getting tired of seeing these long reigning championships. I get, if they last more than 6 months, but I don't care. I don't like yearly title reigns because I just feel like it drags too long, and sometimes you just don't have any other competitors to face after you've gone through so many. But Mandy Rose ended up picking up the win. I like Wendy Chu. I like her style. She's got like this whole like sleep 80s gimmick. I don't know. It like the jumpsuit she was wearing felt very 80s and very 90s. So it was pretty entertaining, but the match I thought was good. Nothing too special. We have the North American Championship, Cameron Grimes versus Carmarilla Hayes. Before I get to that, I'm going to get my coffee, so I may be out of the camera for a little bit. I'm going to move this up so I can grab it next to the camera. Alright, so the Cameron Grimes versus Carmelo Hayes match for the North American Championship, I think, was really, really fun. A lot of great spots. Trick Williams, I believe, is the character's name. Is Carmelo's like partner, bodyguard, manager, whatever you want to call him. But he got involved a few times in this match, and in the end, Carmelo Hayes ended up winning and becoming the North American champion. Now he is a two-time champion. So what's next for Cameron Grimes? I feel like Cameron Grimes is going to be moved up to the main roster. I feel like that's the reason why he dropped the title, that he will be the one who gets called up, which I think would be great. He is one of he was part of the black and gold NXT William Regal days, so I feel like it's time for him to slowly move on. And the Braun Breaker and Joe Gacy match for the NXT World Title was very, very entertaining. There was a really nice spot where Joe Gacy was on the side of the over the ropes on the apron, and Braun Breaker, I don't know, I felt like I said Baker. Braun Breaker does like a spear, or to kind of like push him a little bit, and he falls back literally onto the announce table and destroys the announce table. I thought it was pretty fun. One of Joe Gacy's like I don't know what you call it, druids or whatever, the droids, whatever, I don't know what the hell they're called. Droids are Star Wars, but druids or something like that. I am not going to try to pronounce it, but one of those people in the robe tries to get up and distract the ref, and the whole stipulation is if Braun gets himself disqualified, he does lose the title. And he gets the chair and ends up well, it looks like he's going to hit the ref. He ends up hitting the guy, whoever's in that robe, and eventually was going to allow Joe Gacy to pick up the win, but Braun was able to hit a spear and then lift him up to finish him off. I thought was really good. Now, I do like the fact that Joe Gacy ended up doing a little Eddie Guerrero tribute. There was a moment where he hit the ring. I feel like it was days. There's a scene or part of the match. He takes the chair, he hits the ring, he throws it to Braun, and then he drops down. We all know that's the Eddie Guerrero classic. The ref is literally about to disqualify him, and he's trying to complete his place, and then another ref came in to say no, he didn't. He's good. He didn't hit him. So, all in all, I thought this was a fun show. I'm going to give it a B. It just, it wasn't over the top, but for what it was pretty entertaining. I felt like what could have been better was some title changes. I felt like Cameron Grimes could have kept the title, but I felt like the NXT Women's and the NXT Tag Team titles could have changed hand, but that's just my personal preference. But with that being said, yeah, NXT In Your House 2022, I give it a B rating. Now we're going to get into the Hell in the Cell. So we had the Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, and Asuka triple threat match, which I thought was really, really good. There was a lot of great spots that they pulled off, and the chemistry between all three women was really, really good. The finish was kind of lame, but all in all, it was a really fun match. But we saw Bianca Belair retain her title, and that was good. I truly don't want her to lose it at SummerSlam. I've got that weird feeling history is going to repeat itself, and I really don't want it to. I feel like Bianca Belair is going to lose the title at Money in the Bank. Well, not necessarily lose it, but whoever wins the Money in the Bank, I feel like it's going to go after her. But I could be wrong. Could be Ronda Rousey, but I don't really see excuse me, Bianca Belair lasting too long with the title. Um, Theory versus, I'm not gonna go in any order. I'm just picking some of the matches that I thought were great and some of that were worse, and then I get to like the main event. We have Theory versus Ali was pretty decent, but I feel like it was just one of those matches you could have just had on Raw any day of the week, or any, yeah, pretty much any day of the week, um, or any week of the month, basically. But Theory picked up the win. It is what it is. I don't really care. Theory just annoys the hell out of me. And it's not just the character, not him, yeah, the person or the character. It's just how they're building this character. It's just annoying. With the 2-on-1 handicap, we had Bobby Lashley taking on MVP and Almost. It was good. It was pretty decent. It's what can you expect from a 2-on-1 handicap. Cedric got involved to kind of really help Bobby Lashley. Because of the distraction, Lashley was able to hit a spear on Almost, and that caused him to be out of the ring. And then while MVP was distracted, Bobby Lashley was able to put him in the hurt lock, and MVP tapped out. So that was pretty decent. The no holds bar Madcap versus Happy Corbin was just a filler. This is a match you could have had on SmackDown, just like Raw. It could have been any day of the week or any week of the month. But Madcap picked up the win, which was really good. I really hope they push forward with Madcap, especially with the new gimmick change, the new character change. I feel like he could be going somewhere, and who knows, could be a future Intercontinental Champion. But we'll see what happens. The Ezekiel versus Kevin Owens, again, just like the Ali and Theory match, and the Madcap Corbin, same thing. Could it be any day of the week? Kevin Owens won, which I was very surprised. People are liking Ezekiel, and he's got the momentum, and just to lose a match like that, I don't know. I just felt like it was boring. I felt like Kevin Owens needs to be put back into the main event status. The Judgment Day versus Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Liv Morgan. This was pretty decent. I was expecting, the fourth member for the Judgment Day to show up, but that didn't happen. And the Judgment Day ended up picking up the win. I do hope that whoever the fourth member is, I really do hope that Balor is not the one who turns. I do not want to see Balor join, because my whole thing is they get the fourth member for Judgment Day, and Styles needs as much help as he can to beat the Judgment Day, and I feel like this will give opportunity for Finn Balor to become the Demon Balor, which would make sense with Judgment Day. So I feel like that's going to happen. But I could be wrong. But yeah, the match wasn't too bad. What else? I think I covered all of those. So yeah, the last one was the Hell in the Cell between Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, which I think was great. Rollins came out with the polka dot tights and the white boots, which was a callback to Dusty Rhodes. I thought that was pretty awesome. Cody Rhodes comes out. His injury looks terrible, and they said it was at the hands of Seth Rollins during Cody Rhodes' injury. So it's kind of weird that happened. I don't know if a lot of people are like, well, it's a work, it's not real, but I do feel like it is real, because if you notice during the match, his right side, his arm is actually swollen. You can see that side is swollen compared to the left side. So this is a really nasty injury, and he will be out for a while, which really sucks. But that could lead to him coming around like Survivor Series or something like that. Money in the Bank's in July. So yeah, he could have time. I don't know how long it takes for that. But yeah, but Other than that, I thought the match was great. Cody Rhodes was able to pick up the win, and that was really awesome because I was very happy um, that he would pick up the win because I did not want to see Seth Rollins win. I feel like, Cody Rhodes coming back and the momentum being high and, the fans cheering him on, I think it only made sense. And all in all, I think the show, want to say that Hell in a Cell 2022, I'm going to give it a C rating. Yes. I feel like NXT was the better show. Um, and, I feel like Hell in a Cell could have been a lot better. It was a very small pay per view, only a few matches. Some of those matches didn't last long. And unfortunately, it's one of those filler pay per views that a lot of people didn't really care about. So yeah, so NXT gets a B rating, In Your House gets a B rating, and Hell in a Cell gets a C rating. So there you have it. That's my quick little recap of both shows. It was a really great weekend for WWE, and let's see what they do next for the next pay-per-views. With that being said, comment down below. Would love to hear your guys' thoughts on what you thought or how you thought the shows were. Were they decent? Do you feel like they could have been better? Do you feel like they were bad? Just let me know down in the comment below. Give this video a like. Liking the videos definitely helps. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. We talk about movies and wrestling. And with that being said, guys, until next time, I will see you in a future video.